Hi there, welcome to Colors. I'm Erica. On today's video, we are going to be working on a work in progress. Well, I am going to be working on this while I chat with you guys. This is A Million Little Unicorns. This is one of the Lulu Mayo books that I love, that I have not worked in very much. And so I started a page in here, and we're going to work with some black widows and try to get some more done on here. I'm also going to be using some paint pens today, with the hopes that I can get the look that I'm going for. I might, you know what, I might do some chalk pastels too. We're going to see how, or not chalk pastels, but oil pastels. We're going to see how this is going to go. I'm not sure. Okay, so let me take a drink of my tea and we'll get started. Okay, so the page that we're doing is one that I showed you guys during my, what's it called? The planning setup video that I did this month. And I decided to try to do the carousel page from this. It's a double page layout. So I have started it with some Inktense. So this is what I have so far. I like how it's coming along. I went a little crazy with some of the background stuff here, and so I don't know how much I love that, but I think it looks okay. And so I'm using these different images for inspiration. But yeah, that's basically it. I am going to do like the little shrubs that they have like down here. I'm going to do that in the corners, on each of the corners here. That's really been the biggest inspiration. And then like the color palette for this one kind of mixed in with the pink, and I don't know. We're just going to see what happens. And so I'm using my black widows because I do have some really nice cream colors and like really soft, pretty colors that I think will go well. Like the unicorns, I want these all to be like a nice light color. I don't want them all to just be stark white. I want them to have a little bit of color on them. So yeah, trying to get some of that done on here I think is going to be good. All right, let me grab have a page protector. Yeah, I'm not really sure where to start. So while I'm thinking about that, I'll say hi, everybody. How are you? I hope you are having a wonderful weekend so far. I am coming to you from Friday night. We're going to start. I got to start with the background, I think. I really do. So yeah, so I think I might just work with some paint pens first. Maybe a little bit of oil pastel. Let's try that. Oh boy, if I mess up this whole page, you guys will have first view of our front row seats for me going off the end here. Okay, so I have these Craypas Expressionist oil pastels. This is really the only set I have. I used to have some other really inexpensive ones, and then I do have some shimmer ones from Paul Rubens, but I don't like the consistency of those as much. I really like these, and they blended really well on the other projects I've used them on, so I'm going to try here and see what happens. Oh, okay, here we go. So I'm going to leave some spots available for like lighter colors to go into. So I'm not going to do... This is kind of the same thing that I would do if I had color pencils, if I was just using my color pencils, which I probably could have done that too. Like this is not, but this will make it go a little bit faster, I think. And it'll help me cover up some of this. Like I want it to look like it's coming up and over the edge of the carousel there a little bit. Okay, we're going to use a little bit of this green. This green? Oh. Let's go with a little bit lighter green. Let's try, no, that's not going to be bright enough. Okay, we can try this dude. Let's see if that helps. That's going to blend in almost exactly, I think. But then I can also come in with some paint pens and add in some detail too. Once I blend this out a little bit, it'll be good. So yeah, so I'm coming to you from Friday night. My son is back from his vacation, so I am now back on my schedule of trying to get some filming done in Friday evening so that I can get it out to you guys early on Saturday. Okay, here we go. This is, oh geez. I'm so nervous. Why am I so nervous? Okay, so to do my blending for this, I'm gonna take a paper towel and I'm gonna fold it so it's just like a rectangle, like one of those choose your own size ones. So I've just folded it a couple of times, and then I'm gonna keep folding until I get like a nice pointy edge, and it's pretty hard. This is like, it's almost the same thing as like the blenders that you can buy, or the what are those called, something Tillion, I can't remember what they're called, but just like the little paper tip blenders that you can get. But I just use a piece of paper towel because I can use it over and over again and just like move things around. So I'm just gonna attempt to not make too big of a mess here and get this all blended. I am a little worried when I get around the edges of this unicorn, because when I was practicing with this technique before, I wasn't so careful with my strokes. So I just want to make sure that I'm not gonna completely ruin my stuff. Okay, so I'm gonna start blending with the lighter areas first. And then I'm going to blend into the darker areas a little bit and try to blend that all out. And I'm either going to be making just like it look decent, or it's going to be one big blurry blob of green, which I can then come back in with pencils and adjust, you know, but this just makes it go so much faster. Okay, so it does kind of look like one big blurry green blob, but it's a lot darker now than what it was when I was, you know, with just the, yeah, I like that better. I like the darkness of it. Okay, I'm going to use a little bit less of the really dark color on this side and a little bit more of the other two colors. I'm still learning how to use these. I'm going to attempt to use them in the color along that I'm going to get done before the end of the month, I promise. But yeah, they're tricky. I don't know exactly what I'm doing, so it's real. It's almost like nerve-wracking in a way, because I'm just like, ugh, I'm totally gonna mess everything up and I don't want to do that. Okay, let's use this latest one. This is interesting. I see these people do these, like these tutorials and stuff with oil pastels, and they do it as like a speed color, and I just am like, I watch mesmerized as they make these beautiful pieces of art, and I just look at them and go, I don't know that I can ever do that. Okay, so again, I'm just blending out some of the lighter areas first. Again, no idea if that's the way that you're supposed to do it, but that's what I am doing. So yeah, so this week has not been great for coloring. Again, I got a few things done, like some buddy colors that I was waiting to get finished up. I still have a couple more things I need to do as far as the buddy color things go, but yeah, see, that doesn't, I don't love that as much. I don't think it, you just can't see the lighter areas at all. Really, like that's the, All right, well, friends, let's see what happens when we come in and add some yellow in spots where you cannot see that. So that's definitely going to have to be paint. Like, it lightens it up a little bit, but not very much. Okay, well, I'm going to add a little bit of yellow to this side too, just to have it be in there. And then we'll come in with our paint pens and a little bit of pencil work as well. And fix it. We're going to fix it. So yeah, so this week has not been great for coloring. I don't know what happened. I had all of the time in the world because like I said, my son's been on vacation. So I had the basement to myself. I had all these things I could do. My other kiddo was on spring break, so I didn't have to worry about getting her to and from places. And I just did not do great. Okay, I'm going to get my Black Widow Forest, which is this one, right? Yes. So we're going to see how this does. I'm going to just add in a little bit of shadow colors here and there. And you do kind of pick up a little bit of the oil pastel when you do this, but you can still color over top of it a little bit. So it's not quite as bad as I do have some areas too that do look lighter, so that's all right. This is working pretty decently. I will have to probably clean off the tip of my pencil every once in a while so you can see all the little pieces of wax or oil, I guess, the little bits of oil. What was I saying? I'm so sorry. I was talking about how I did nothing this week. Like I said, so I did have a couple of buddy colors that I caught up on, and I started several more pages, but I only got one thing finished this week. I did make a couple of posts on Instagram, so I was a little more active over there on Instagram than I was here. But I feel like I'm still on track to get everything done that I wanted to get done. Well, not everything done that I wanted to get done. There's so much I wanted to get done. Which I know that when you guys watch my planning videos, you're like, I mean, yeah, it would be great if you could get all of that done, but that's not going to happen, Erica. And I know that going in too. Like, I know that it's dream. In my dreams, it's going to happen, but yeah, I found another good book series that I'm really into, and that does tend to take up a lot of my time when I when I decide that I want to read instead, that's where my free time ends up going. Okay, what do we think of that? That looks like a crazy hot mess, doesn't it? Yes, it does. But we're just going to keep going with it. I'm just going to keep playing with it until something happens. It's going to be fine. It's going to turn out. It's going to be great. I just keep telling myself that. Okay, so I started with that dark color everywhere. We're going to do a little bit more of the dark down here. And this paper did get very warped from the Inktense that I started with, but I figure with, some of the coloring that I'll be doing with my colored pencils will help flatten it out a little bit. Okay, let's try, what is this color? Let's try some zombie and see if we can blend this color out at all. I don't know if that is helping, but I'm going to attempt. It is picking up quite a bit of that pastel, though. But yeah, so I was reading quite a bit, and I can, now that I am thinking about it, I don't remember the exact series that I was reading, which is, a given for me, but I did enjoy myself. So yeah, I'll see if I can share those with you. I do have one that I'm reading right now that I'm liking a lot. I just don't know where it's going, and it's very different for me. Like normally I can read a book and be like, oh, well, this is going to happen or this is going to happen. I do the same when I watch movies and stuff, but this book, I'm not sure what's happening. I'm not sure what's going to happen. So it's kind of an interesting, oh Lord. 2 weekend whips in a row where you guys get to see me just kind of try to figure out what the heck I'm doing. Okay, let's grab some paint pens. I'm just going to do this shrub and then I will do the other one and hopefully something works out. Because so far this has not been great. Okay, so I have a couple greens and a yellow. So we're going to shake these guys up and see what these can do. All right, so this is a pretty dark green actually that I thought was a little bit lighter, but it's not. But we're just going to attempt to, and that does nothing. Okay, that's good to know. So we're just going to add in some paint. I'm going to use one of these little Q-tips and just kind of blend it around. And that's going to give us our little bit of highlights, I think, here. I'm going to see if I can fix this page, you guys. Oh boy. Let's see. What else has been happening? So, I didn't do a ton this week, but I did do a couple of fun things. So Thursday night, my husband got some tickets to go to a dance company's show, which was really cool. It was very like modern dance type of things. I don't know if it was like, I don't know what specific category the dance would fall under, but it was very free moving and flowing, and yeah, it was really cool. And the dancers were just phenomenal. Like just watching them do their stuff was just stunning. It was amazing to see. And they were all like the little brochure thing that we read ahead of time talked about how, you know, they each have like sponsors. And I was like, man, that'd be cool if you could just, you know, if dance was something that you loved so much and then somebody just sponsored you and that was your job, like you could just dance. I was like, well, why don't I just get somebody to do that for coloring? Like, you can just pay me to color and I'll sit here and color. And yeah, I know that sometimes people say, you know, try to do what you love, or, you know, find a way to do what you love. But some of the times once what you love starts to turn into a job, it's not quite as fun anymore. Like you don't love it as much. Which is what I've heard. Like, not from my personal experience at all, you know, because, I mean, while I do get a small bit of change from YouTube on some of my videos, this is not an income. Not at all. This is definitely a hobby channel, just a hobby, really. Okay. Okay, I don't despise that. How does that look on camera? I can't even see. Doesn't look bad. Doesn't look bad. Okay. Well, you know what? Let's just go with it. We're just going to do that. I really wanted like a bright yellow, but this yellow does not want to cooperate. And I don't know where my other yellow is. I think it might be upstairs. I don't want to go upstairs, because there's like little, no, that's not going to work on there. I don't think this one is either. Okay, I'm going to go get my Posca. I'll be right back. Okay, so I have a couple different yellows. I forgot that I had these acrylic paint markers that are from Shuttle Art, and then I got my Posca as well. These Artistra ones usually work pretty well for me, but they're just not doing what I want today. So I'm going to try these guys first and see how they do. I'm worried with the oil pastel that it's not going to do exactly what I want, but anyway, so yeah, so we went to the dance thing and that was really awesome. And then we got to go today, my youngest and my son, since he's home, we went to the conservatory that is here in town, and it was really cool. We hadn't been there before, and they had these cute little like gnome things set up all over the place, so that like the gnomes were in town for spring break. So for like the people who couldn't leave for spring break or whatever, like they could come see all the gnomes and what the gnomes were doing for their spring break. It was so cute. And I will put a few pictures in of like the little displays and stuff. It was just like a fun little thing to do. And it, you know, it was free, and it was just nice. It was just a nice little change of pace. Instead of what we, you know, normally would be doing. So, okay, I'm going to try to do like little flowers. The Posca works the best on this. But yeah, so I'll have that little slideshow up, and hopefully you guys get a kick out of some of that. I'll put in some pictures of, well, I'll ask first, but I think that they'll be fine with it. Pictures of the kiddos and stuff, maybe too. See a few of them. Gosh, I don't like I wish I had a green. Okay, let me see if there's a green in that set. I did have a bunch of colors, like there's a whole bunch of colors in here. Let's try, this isn't a very bright green. This is more like a pastel set anyway, so we'll see how this goes. So I've got a green here. Let's see what that does. I bet it's going to be real similar to, yeah, it's real similar to what's already on the bushes. So yeah, you can kind of see it come into something, like something's happening here, right? Like it's not terrible. It's not 100% great, but I feel like the background of this one is definitely like a more abstract-y kind of vibe, I guess. I don't know if that's the right phrase for this, but all right, yeah, this doesn't look terrible. Okay, and then I'm going to use the white. Hopefully this white Posca will cooperate too. Put a few of those white dots in there. I think the green like really just kind of, it has just a really subtle difference so that it kind of blends into the background and just adds texture instead of like making it super obvious that there's a bunch of dots all over the place. Okay, what do we think? That's kind of cute. And I'll put a little dot of white in some of the centers of the flowers, maybe. Yeah, and then it definitely looks like it's going over the edge of the little platform of the, yeah, if I keep it far enough away, it looks good. If I bring it up close, that's kind of what it looks like. Here, I'll just show you up close. Because it's not going to look great, but when you move it far away, it'll be fine. It'll be good. It's going to be wonderful. So yeah. Okay, well, I like that. So I'll do the same thing on the other side there. That worked well. I don't really know what I want to do in this area. I don't want to put any more water on this paper because it is starting to kind of react funky. And I don't want to mess it up completely. So I think I'll probably use some pencils in these areas just to make it a little more, I don't know, shrub-like. Let's see, what's a good color? This washed green is just about perfect. Just about perfect. Okay, let's sharpen that. And we'll see. I'm just smoothing it out, really. I will probably come in with a white paint pen as well, and add in a few little lighter areas among these, because this is like the shrubs that are in the background, I guess. I don't know. I just tried to make it look like this little picture at the bottom here. So you can kind of see like the background has that lighter green and the foreground has the darker green. So that's where my thought process is coming from. I don't know if I'm accomplishing what I'm trying to do, but it'll be okay. So yeah, so this week I will definitely be getting the color along done because it's going to be the end of the month soon. So it needs to be done. So now my brain is now accepting the fact that it's, getting close to deadline, so it is now an urgent thing and I will be able to focus on it. I think that's what it was mainly, is I was just not able, like, it wasn't striking an urgency in my brain. So it was just like, nope, I like reading instead. I'm going to do that. Yeah, that's cute. Okay, let me see what else. I want to do a little bit darker color down at the bottom here. I think I'm going to go for the green grass. I don't want it to be too green. So I think having that washed green at the bottom there kind of helps that too. I don't love that. Okay, let's see if we can fix that with another layer of the washed green. Just wanted it to be a little bit darker down there, and it's just not, it's not what I wanted. I didn't, like I said, when I was looking at this earlier, I didn't mind this up here. Like, I think this looks pretty cool. It's just, it was just this area down here that I wasn't sure about. All right, let's color a unicorn. Let's stop messing with the background. I was trying to focus on the background just because that's typically what I do, is I get that background done first so that I don't have to worry about everything. Like, you know, working on all of this and then it not turning out and hating what I've done. And so, you know, spending all that time coloring all of these pieces and then just messing it up with the background. So I always just do the background first, because then that's done and I don't have to worry about it. Okay, I'm going to color these little unicorns here. I'm going to zoom you in. We're just going to do one of these guys. So let's see what else. So yeah, color along will be getting done. I didn't get anything else done for the channel this week. I apologize, guys. I like I said, it's just not it's not hitting right for some reason, and I'm just having a lot of trouble trying to get things done other than these weekend whips I'm doing okay with. It tends to go better if I can't find something to read. like and then I'll look at my, you know, my books and I'm just like, no, I don't want to read any of this. Let's just color. But yeah, this time it's not going so well. Okay, let's see. I'm going to use Fairy Floss and see if I can get this to blend very nicely. I haven't used these Black Widows in a while. They're not my favorite pencils in these books, but they work decently well. My favorites are still the Prismas. Like, I love my Prismas so much, and they work in so many different books so well. I think that might be why they're one of my favorites, because I can usually count on them to perform well. Either that or I just am used to them, you know. That might be the case too, but you know, they're softer pencil. They don't hurt my hand as much. Especially when I'm nice to myself and give myself breaks. But yeah. These Black Widows do end up working. It's just they're more of a layering pencil, so you do have to layer things up, and the more pressure that I put on things, the more things hurt. I'm just like, I don't want to mess with that. Okay. Okay. It's a cute little unicorn. Not terrible. Let's see, I don't want it to be super duper pink. I just want it to be barely pink. Just like the flowers up here. Like I want them to kind of mesh together. Sorry, I almost forgot I was sitting here chatting with you guys. So yeah, so I'm going to be working on the color along this week, and then then it's almost time for like completed pages and stuff. So really basically I'm just trying to finish my pages, and then if I happen to be able to get more color alongs done, I will definitely try to get that Amazon one to you guys. But I know that it's I've been talking about it for a while and I still haven't done it, so hopefully that will happen shortly. Okay. All right, well, that's a cute little unicorn. The horns I'm going to do, all the horns for all of the unicorns are going to be gold. Yeah, I think that looks okay, right? I'm going to zoom you back out, see if we can see the whole page. Yeah, it's not terrible. Zoom a little bit more. Ooh, too far. Yeah, I don't think that's bad. I think that's gonna go well. It's just this area that I don't love. I don't love it. Maybe I could use chalk pastel. Let me see what that looks like. Literally just throwing everything I own at this poor page at this point. Oh, there's some green. Oh, that one's like falling apart. Okay, we'll have to use another one. Let's try this guy. Okay. We're going to do a little bit of this green. Yeah, let's try that. I mean, that definitely darkens it up. I don't know if it's the right shade that I want, though. Okay, let's try this guy, because this is like a lighter. I think that works a little bit better than the pencil over top of it. Okay, yep, that's not bad. And then we'll take the white Posca and do a little bit of just drawing a few little things and try to smear that out with well, that kind of blends in a little too much, but having the white in there kind of helps bring just some variation to the whole background. I don't know if you can even see the difference there, but and then I can also add in some dots here and there for that and see if that, I don't know, it makes it look better too. Literally just playing and trying everything that I can think of to get something going. Can you even see that on camera? I guess you can a little. I don't know. I'll keep playing. We'll see. I do like the way that this shrub turned out, though. I think that's all right. Yep. All right. So this is it for today. I think I just wanted to get a little bit more work done on this page, and hopefully I can get some more done. I don't know that I'm going to be able to finish this whole thing before the end of the month, but because this is definitely an artsy kind of page for me. Very, like I said, very abstract background, and I'm not sure how I feel about it. So anyway, that's what I did today. Thank you guys for hanging out with me. I hope you appreciated me experimenting with all of these different mediums, trying everything that I could possibly throw at this page. And yeah, thanks so much for being here. And until next time, I'll see you later. Bye.